Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all
Hare
the
Krishna,
devotees
Prabhuji.
to our weekly Bhakti Vaibhav class. So, in the last few weeks, we have been discussing from Canto 4, initial few chapters, wherein Daksha, the different states he was going through, initially became angry with Lord Shiva. He cursed Lord Shiva for no reason. And then in order to show his superior position over Lord Shiva, he was performing one after the other yajnas. And he did not invite Lord Shiva and Sati, his entire family. So, but Sati, out of familial affection, wanted to go there, though Shiva forbade her not to go there. If you go, you will not be received because you are my wife. Still, Sati went there. What Lord Shiva told, same thing happened. And finally, unable to tolerate the disrespect shown to her husband, Sati wanted to give up all her connections with Daksha. Invoking fire, she burnt herself. The news first went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, out of anger, created Veerabhadra, who came, destroyed the entire sacrifice, cut off the neck of Daksha, threw the head into the same fire sacrifice. That head burnt to ashes. Then all the people who were injured during the sacrifice, they went to Brahma, they reported. Brahma initially chastised them for what they have done. Next, Brahma told them that please go and fall flat at the feet of Lord Shiva and beg forgiveness. Now we must have become peaceful after showing up with anger. So they said, no, we don't have any courage to go in front of Lord Shiva. Please, you only help. Then Lord Brahma, taking all the great sages and devatas, he came to Kailash. He begged forgiveness from Lord Shiva, glorifying him as non-different from Lord Vishnu. Glorifying him as Lord Vishnu and glorifying him as a devotee of Lord Vishnu. Indirectly, Brahma insert. So Lord Vishnu never becomes angry like this. Lord devotees does not take seriously the offense committed by others. So I think you also should not become too angry for the small silly thing. So please be kind, be compassionate, be peaceful, something like that. Indirectly indicates. Then final Lord Shiva says, oh my dear father, please tell me what I can do now. Then Brahma told, please restore the sacrifice, let it come complete. For one person's mistake, you cannot destroy the entire sacrifice. Please restore it and revive Daksha, because somehow or other we have assigned Daksha as the head of Prajapatis. It is the duty of all the Prajapatis and Brahmanas to perform yajna after yajna for the welfare of the entire universe. If the head is gone, who will do it? There should be one who can guide everyone in the proper direction. So please revive Daksha and also please re-establish the system which was established by Supreme Lord, that accept your share and become like usual, as usual. So Lord Shiva says, okay, when you say I cannot say no, we'll do as it is. So Lord Shiva comes to the scene. He saw everything what all happened. Daksha's head was burnt to ashes. He cannot rejoin. Lord Shiva told, okay, take that goat, cut off the head, join it to Daksha. Take out the beard of the goat, join it to Bhrugu. And Pusha lost his eyes. So Pusha can see his food, the yajna offerings and all, through the eyes of the Ashwini Kumaras or Mitra or something like that. And Bhaga can eat through Daksha. Bhaga lost his teeth. So he will not get teeth back, but he can eat. It is chewed by others. Whoever invites him, the host should chew it and put it in the mouth of this Bhaga and he can take it. Or he can take some soup kind of thing, which you no need to chew, or something like that. So something like that arrangement is made because the mistake they made is something very grave. So they should have sufficient punishment also. So like that, everything is arranged. Then as soon as Daksha revived, when they joined the head of goat, Daksha revived. He saw in front of his eyes Lord Shiva. He was completely taken back. See how I criticized Lord Shiva. I did not invite him, but still he revived me. I was on the way to hell, but he saved me from not going to hell, giving me second chance. So he wanted to beg forgiveness and say sorry to Lord Shiva and all, but suddenly remembered that because of his silly thing, his daughter burnt herself. He lost his daughter. He began to cry. Then he begged forgiveness from Lord Shiva. Then he was commanded by Brahma and other head Brahmanas that okay, start the sacrifice. Restart. So in order to restart, they obtained Purodasa oblations to purify the entire arena. So they purified the arena, they just started the yajna. Then immediately Lord Vishnu appeared. When Lord Vishnu appeared, Brahma, Shiva, and all the devatas came forward to welcome Lord Vishnu. And they wanted to acknowledge the auspicious appearance of Lord Vishnu. But before they could acknowledge, Daksha said, my dear friends, my dear invited guests, it is all because of me, all these things happened. I have begged forgiveness from Lord Shiva. Also, I have to beg forgiveness from Lord Vishnu also. Please let me do first, then afterwards all of you please speak. It is my duty to invite properly whoever comes to the sacrifice because I am the Yajaman. Then Daksha glorified the Supreme Lord saying that you are that, you are this, you are everything. Oh, so many things he says. Shuddham Swadami Upa Uparatakila Buddhi Avastam Chinmatramekam Abhayam Pratisidhya Mayam Tishtan Tataiva Purushatvam Upetya Tasyam. So many things he says that you are this, you are that, you are supremely pure, you are supremely auspicious, you are fearless, this, that, all these things he says. At the end, he says that, see, the Supreme Lord, Brahma said, Brahma understood, according to others, they say that there is no difference between Shiva and Vishnu. But Vishnu is remain peaceful always. He does not become angry. And Lord Vishnu is always elegantly dressed, very nicely situated, and he is worshipped by everyone. And if a person is like that, everyone understands that he is the Supreme Lord. But this person behaves in an incoherent way, and people say upon that he is the Supreme Lord. How can we accept it? It is very difficult. The definition of Supreme Lord is not at all befitting to Lord Shiva. So how can we accept? How can we respect? How can we treat him as a normal being? Treating him as a normal, sane human being itself is very difficult. Then what to speak of treating him as Supreme Lord? So that is my mistake. What can be done? It is not purely, not completely my mistake. His mistake is also there. You say him as Supreme Lord, but he never behaves like Supreme Lord. What can I do? So all this ruckus happened because of such kind of behavior of your dear friend Shiva. So please excuse me.
If somebody is asking a Zoom link, it is not a Zoom link, right?
No, not Zoom link. That whatever Teams link only. Okay, we did not send the Teams link. You have sent? Can please send the Teams link? One new person joined actually. I should have sent actually before the class. It should be there.
Yeah. Send.
In the description, it is there. Hmm. Okay. Okay. 2 of us have sent. No problem. Fine. So Daksha says like that. See, yes, I made a mistake, but it is not because of my own personality. The instigation is done by him also. Because he behaves like that, how can we respect such a person? like that.
So he's not accepting this instead.
He's accepting, but still he's also stating that, okay, my mistake is there. Also, his mistake is also there. Sharing my mistake. So then the Ritvijas, the priests, they say that, see, for no fault of us, we have been employed by Daksha. So we are supposed to be loyal to Daksha. Whatever Daksha says, we are supposed to do. So we have been doing the yajna. And for no reason of ours, Nandi cursed us to become attached to Karmakanda rituals. What mistake is in us? We are innocent. Just because we did not say anything to Daksha when we were cursing Shiva, how can we say? We are paid employees. What authority we have to say anything to him? But somehow or other we have become we have become attached to karma. Anyway, they were, and because of curse, they became more. So what we know is all about you. The Yajna is our Lord. You are the Yajna, and Yajna is our worshipful deity. So, in that way. So that's how they are kind of blame upon situation. They don't take it upon themselves. They are just kind of indicating to the situation. It is all circumstantial. It is not our fault. But whatever it is, my dear Lord, please engage us always in the performance of Yajna. That is our devotional service unto you. So I think this is where we stopped last class. Sadasya also we discussed. So yeah, we'll continue with text number 28 onwards. Sadasya uchuhu उत्पत्त्यध्वनि अशरण उरुक्लेश दुर्गेन्त गो अंतक गोग्र व्यालान्विष्टे विषयं मृगतृषि आत्मगेहोरुभारः द्वन्द्वस्वभ्रे कलं मृगभये शोकदायेऽज्ञशार्ता पादुकस्ते शरणदा कदा याति कामोपसृष्टः
The members of the assembly address the Lord, O exclusive shelter for all who are situated in troubled life in this formidable fort of conditional existence. The time element, like the snake, is always looking for an opportunity to strike. This world is full of ditches of so-called distress and happiness, and there are many ferocious animals always ready to attack. The fire of lamentation is always blazing, and the mirage of false happiness is always alluring. But one who knows shelter from them, thus foolish person live in a cycle of birth and death, always overburdened in discharging their so-called duties, and we do not know when they will accept the shelter of your lotus feet.
See, Daksha spoke, and the priests who are performing the yajna spoke. They are speaking everything around themselves only. What's happening around them, that much only they are speaking. They are completely self-conscious. So taking that as a reference, this Sadasya, the visited guests, all the Brahmanas who are visiting for the sacrifice, they are saying that, see, Daksha and the Ritvijas are simply self-conscious. They are not able to understand the reality of the life. They are not able to understand the reality of material existence. The material world is like the path. The entire material existence is like a path. When you walk on the path, or when you travel on the path, the road is not always smooth. This road is not the tar road or cement road. This is like normal village road. Road is not plain. There are some ditches, there are some stones, pebbles, all these things will be there. The ditches, stone, pebbles are like a kind of happiness and distress that one goes through in one's life. Normally, the life goes normally, like every day one does things whatever required and does. That is like a plain road. The ditches and the pebbles here, there something good or bad, whatever comes on the road, they are like happiness and distress and other things. And the road also passes through forest. It is not the road of today, it is the road of the bygone ages. So in the forest, there are so many ferocious animals, fear of them. There will be snakes, tigers, elephants, wolves, etc. etc. So there are like different difficulties in the life of a person. So having gone through all the difficulties, having overcome all the difficulties, a person has to cross over this samsara, the mental existence. That makes one successful in one's life. This they will not understand. These Daksha and Ritvijas, they don't understand this. They are simply interested in what they are doing. Something like that. They are complaining upon them. They are saying, treading the road of samsara, utpati advani, without any resting places, with holes of happiness and distress. Holes means the ditches on the pathway. They are of happiness and distress. Because when there are happiness and distress, there is a halt. Then people go. Then there is a halt, again go, halt, like that. The holes are the ditches of happiness and distress, full of fear with wild animals. As the pathway enters into the forest, there is fear of wild animals, subjected to forest fires of lamentation. And sometimes there could be forest fires also. They are like intense lamentation. One goes through sometimes, like Adi Daivika Klesha, something like that. There is Adhyatmika Klesha, there is Adi Bhautika Klesha, there is Adi Daivika Klesha. Forest fire is like the Adi Daivika Klesha. Forest animals are like the Adi Bhautika Klesha. The ditches and on the pathway is like Adi Bhautika Klesha. So in that way we can take. In the presence of the fearful snake of time, finally everyone is afraid of Ugra Vyala Antaka, the destroyer called as fearful time. Everyone is afraid, okay, life is gone, every bird 1 year is gone, going away. And dangerous with 5 types of suffering. Uru Klesha Durge. What are the 5 types of suffering? Anyone can think of?
These 3 types of misery.
What is that?
Adhyatmik,
वो तो हो गए ना already. These are 5 are different again.
Janamit.
These are very common. All of us go through. Not that 4. Maybe they cannot. Some of them may be there. Hunger, thirst. हाँ? थोड़ा लेट हो गए तो हरे कृष्ण. Hunger, thirst, old age, disease, and death. Of course, death also Kala came. Hunger, thirst, old age, disease. Huh? They are 6 another. They are different again. These are like there are 6 enemies. These are 5 sufferings are in relation to the body. Mainly in relation to body. Hunger is there, thirst is there, and old age is there, disease is there, and we can say death also the 5th one. These are the problems in relation to the body. Huh?
Birth is a-
Birth, death. So death, birth, both are same. Then it become 6. Total 5. When will the ignorant people afflicted by lust? Here, when they say lust, then we can say other things also. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Masara. Afflicted by all the 6 anarthas. Carrying the heavy load of house and body. There are 2 loads we are carrying. Aham, Mameti. One is Aham. I am this. I am an engineer. I am a bark scientist. That is Aham. And second thing is that Mama. My wife, my children, my vehicle, my home, my bank balance, my property. That is Mama. These 2 are there. Carrying the heavy load of house and body. Atma Geha Urubara. Heavy body. Very difficult to give up. Arising from a thirst of sense objects. Vishayam Mrugatrishi. A conditioned soul, having bound by all these things, he has no time to think about how to get out of this. There is only one thought, how to tackle all these things only. how to meet the 5 fingers together, 5 fingers and the mouth together. That is the biggest problem everyone thinks of. Majority of people think of. So very difficult to think about all these things. How many of us, people in general, will think about all these things as the real problems of life? Especially in a city like Bombay, where people get up early in the morning at 4 o'clock and not run to catch local train and then work throughout the day. Very difficult. Sometimes even we take some Telugu classes every day morning. Once in a while I'll take. So people have a different problems only. We may be giving big lectures here. The lecture seems to be very scholarly, this, that, but they have small problems. They are not interested in big philosophy. They want some solutions for their current problem. They don't want all this sci-fi philosophical. Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, shloka number 18 says like this. And Bhagavatam 4th canto, 5th chapter, shloka sankhya 7, it says like this. That and all, that is okay, that is fine. But first of all, I have a basic problem. So it is very difficult because all of us are afflicted by all the things that are mentioned here. There is some happiness, there is some distress. Like this happiness comes, like this distress comes. They constantly keep coming. It is not like one day job, everyday job. And there is fear of wild animals. Wait, let me complete. Wild animals here is like a person might be working very hard. There are people who are ready to cheat, steal, rob, cause harm, create anxiety. People are always ready to. At least in this current year, it is said that the online theft has increased by 15%. So much online theft. Somebody is working hard day and night and is saving money, and somebody sends a message. Just click on that, gone. All your bank account is gone. These are like wild forest animals. They're always ready to pounce upon you and take away your blood and flesh. That means your hard-earned wealth. They are ready to cheat. These are Adi Bhautika Klesha. And then there are some forest fires, difficult to come out. Like Adi Devika Klesha. Anything can happen anytime, we don't know. The people who are happily living in Bangladesh, suddenly something happened and they are supposed to vacate their home and leave their property and leave the country. They are like Adi Devika Klesha. Adi Bhuta only, but because it's happening to everyone at one go, so we can take it as Adi Devika Klesha. So, like that. Of course, when earthquake and tsunami and all, your property is lost. That is Adi Devika Klesha. But this also we can say it's like happening like wholesome mass. That mass. So in any case, and there are 5 types of suffering for the body. Every day we have hunger, thirst. थोड़ा लेट हो गए तो बस गाड़ी रुकता नहीं. Hunger, thirst, disease, old age, and death. And then we are always constantly afflicted by kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, masara. And there is a heavy load. Me and mine, me and mine, me and mine. So when we will come out of all these things? So the sages, the Sadasya, the invited Brahmana guests, they are saying that this is the real problem of life and they are dealing with the petty problems of life. Daksha is after respect. The Ritujas are after curse, after karma kanda, rituals and the remuneration. So these people don't understand the real problem of life. So like that, the elderly Brahmanas are chastised. We cannot say criticizing and all. They are like what you can say, kind of mildly, verbally punishing them. So in that way. And the path of samsara, devoid of rest, which has holes of happiness and distress, like Bombay, no one can take off. Very difficult. They have to work throughout the year every day. So one has to continue on the path of life, where there is the fear of fierce animals like tigers, with a forest fire of lamentation. When will the ignorant come to your lotus feet, my dear Lord? When all these conditioned souls come to your lotus feet, please show your compassion upon them. They will never attain your feet. Such kind of people who are only interested in their own petty problems, such people never come to your lotus feet. Daksha and the priests are the objects of this comment. The Sadasya are looking at Daksha and the priest and they're telling, these people are simply dealing with their daily petty problems. And when will they come to your lotus feet? One cannot allow the small problems to let go. How can they come to you? So, in that way. Glancing at him, the assembly speaks. O giver of shelter, if he does not surrender to you, then what can you do? Then they look at the Lord. They say, Lord, they say that, my dear Lord, what you can do? You are ready to give your lotus feet to everyone, but they are not taking shelter of your lotus feet. What you can do? You cannot force upon them. It is not your mistake in either side, other side. He is thirsty for material sense objects. People like Daksha, they are thirsty for material sense objects and thus thinks of his body as himself and takes on the load of house and other objects. He is afflicted with lust. This lust is not the physical lust. This lust is for name, fame, recognition, prestige, etc. etc. Desire for recognition. And when will that such a person will come to your lotus feet? It is very difficult. Utna easy nahi. It's like that. This verse is about all of us only. We might be wearing tilak, wearing kantimala for so many years. Some of us might be decades also. Still, none of these things have gone away from us. We are on the path of samsara. But we are thinking that I am a great devotee, great scholar, this, that. But very difficult to give up any of these things. So, okay. Mataji, you are saying something?
What solution you can give them? That first you were talking about the small problems or common problems. What solution you suggest for them?
No solution. Give them higher taste.
Ah,
Allow them to experience the higher taste. Slowly, slowly, they will become attracted to higher taste. Otherwise, one will be happy with the small experience they will be having. Because in this world, everyone is having some kind of happiness. Everyone is experiencing some kind of happiness. If you don't show one the higher happiness, they are satisfied with that small happiness only. The only thing they can do is that small happinesses they might want to have more frequently. That's all. Huh? When there is no param and people are after small happiness. For example, in Andhra Pradesh, I mean, because since I come from that place, so the typical happiness that people want to have is all about eating meat and drinking wine, going for a movie theater, and going for an excursion, such kind of things only. And they want to do more frequently. So they think that okay, if we have gone all these places means I'm enjoying. That is the kind of small pockets of happiness they are experiencing. And at max, they can increase the frequency of such happinesses. That's all, nothing else. If one does not have higher taste, they'll think that this is life. There is nothing beyond this. So in that way. Unless until one experience higher taste, one cannot explore other things. So in that way.
Trying to glorify Lord, but everybody's pointing finger at others.
It happens. We also do same thing many times. Because this is here is a big thing happen now. A huge yajna has been disrupted again, is getting rejuvenated. See now, ultimately, for all these people, their head is Lord. Yajna is also an instruction of Lord only. Lord is the maintainer of the entire universe. These are all representatives of the Lord. Like there is a temple president, there are department managers. So there is some problem in one department. When the president comes, everyone what they will do? What was the problem? They will report to the temple president. They are simply reporting. Instead of they are pointing at others, we can say that they are reporting what was the issue till now. Everyone is trying to present from their perspective. Because when the leader comes, they need to update him, ma'am. Otherwise, how the leader will understand what is the problem? So, Here we should not take it as a negative thing that they are simply pointing out others and their overall they are telling that. So these the elderly Brahmana, they say that the purpose of performing yajna is to come out of samsara. Instead of focusing on that, they are focusing. Daksha is focusing on the respect, and the Trijas are focusing on the dakshina. So that is not the real purpose of life. Like that, these people are trying to give some higher perspective of life. So in that.
Probably. These people live that their material conditions very high. They're very nicely situated. Most of the suffering they don't undergo. So how come they getting the such realization like?
No, because they are sages, na? They know for everyone. The instructions given the Bhagavatam may not be personal always. It is a universal instruction. Whatever point they are telling, it is applicable for everyone. So these problems might be there within us to some extent. In them also, they'll be there to some extent. It is not that here we are overpowered by small happinesses. They also have some such kind of happinesses, even though they may be highly situated, but their also situation can be like that only. Why not?
In terms of suffering, like they don't have that kind of suffering. Which
No. In their place, they also have suffering. Just now, Virabhadra came and created havoc and he kind of ripped apart their hands, legs, and that is not suffering. One person teeth has gone, one person eyes have gone. Will he not suffer? That is also suffering. Suffering is there everywhere, but the way they get may be different. So in that.
that higher planet like Janulok, Tapolok.
No, we are not talking about Janlok Tapalokandal. We are still talking about Swargal accounting. These are happening here only. The Agni is in fact happening in the greater Himalayas. It is not somewhere it is happening. It is happening in the Boloka only. They all came here. They are all doing here. So in that way. So now, the fourth person is Rudra. Rudra is offering his prayers. Let us see what Rudra is saying. Rudra Uvacha. Tava Varada Varangrao Ashish Sheha Kilarte. He api munibir asakter adare narhaniye. Yadi rachite diyam ma vidya lokopaviddam. Japati naganaye tat tava paranugrahena.
Lord Shiva said, My dear Lord, my mind and consciousness are always fixed on your lotus feet, which is the source of all benediction and the fulfillment of all desires, are worshipped by all liberated great sages because your lotus feet are worthy of worship. With my mind fixed on your lotus feet, I am no longer disturbed by person who blaspheme me, claiming that my activities are not purified. I do not mind their accusation and I excuse them out of compassion, just as you exhibit compassion towards all living entities.
See, now Lord Shiva is also stating his point. Daksha stated something against Lord Shiva. The Ritvijaya stated something against Nandi. Now Lord Shiva is expressing his own point. If the ignorant criticize me as impure, Daksha told him, na, see, the Supreme Lord is supposed to be Shuddham and Prashantam. So, but the Shiva was not Shuddha, not Prashanta. So, like that he criticized previously. If the ignorant criticize me as impure, when I meditate upon your precious lotus feet, which are worshipped with great devotion by even the detached sages. Atma Ramascha Munaya Nirgranta Apiurukrame Kurvanti Ayatukim Bhakti Ittam Bhuta Gunori. Even Atma Ramas want to worship your lotus feet. So I was meditating upon that lotus feet. And some ignorant people consider me as asuchi, impure. And your lotus feet can bestow all benedictions arising from desire. I do not consider that criticism significant by your great mercy. My dear Lord, don't think that I have been affected by the insults hurled by Daksha. As a result of that, I have created Veerabhadra and destroyed the sacrifice and killed Daksha and all. It is not like that. Daksha received the reactions for his karmas. It is not because of me. He simply received the reaction of his karmas, nothing because of my anger and anything else. Because he has become the cause of the death of his own daughter, so he does not deserve to live anymore. So he was killed by Virabhadra. So it is not my fault. In fact, I have not even at all considered the scorning words spoken by Daksha. I have not hurt by them. I was completely indifferent. Because I was constantly meditating upon your lotus feet. I was completely in bliss by meditating upon your lotus feet. So I'm not worried about the small criticism. That is insignificant for me. I'm not interested in all those things. Like that, Shiva is telling his own point. Ashisha means because of desire. Although those feet bestow all benedictions, they should be served by persons without desire. I have become absorbed in those feet. Even though Lord's lotus feet can bestow each and every benediction, but the real process of serving those lotus feet is not expecting anything return. That kind of worship should be done. Those who do not have knowledge, such as Daksha, say that I have broken the rules of the good conduct. That when an elderly person comes, one need to get up. That is only gossip. That is all prajalpa. But when one is engaged in devotional service, one only to worry about other smaller rules. Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Lord Shiva gave up all the dharmas and took shelter of Lord Krishna. Aham Tvam Sarvapapebhyo. So I will deliver them from all the faults of neglecting the worldly duties. I'll take care of them. So they don't have any fault on their side. So Lord Shiva is following the instruction of Lord Krishna, which Daksha do not know. That is Daksha's problem. That is not my problem. Daksha is ignorant of what is the higher rule, what is the lower rule. So whatever happened is not because of me. It is all because it is called as Swayam Kruta Aparadam. Daksha is simply experiencing the results of his own offenses. Whatever happened, whether Daksha criticized, whether Sati committed suicide, I am not affected by that. I am not like Atmarama. Like that, is true. This is Lord Shiva's point. Hare Krishna, devotees online are able to follow what we are discussing. Any questions?
Yes, we are able to follow.
Okay.
Yes, we are able to follow.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. One of you can unmute and repeat after me the next verse. Bhruguruvacha.
Guruvacha.
Online, someone repeat.
Bhruguruvacha.
Enmaya ganaya paharutatma bodha. Brahmadayastanubrutastasmai swapantaha. Natman sriyam tava vidanti adunapi tattvam. Soyam prasidatu bhavan pranatatma bandhuhu. Yeah, please read.
Sri Bhrigu said, "My dear Lord,
All living entities, beginning from the highest, namely Lord Brahma, down to the ordinary ant, are under the influence of the insurmountable spell of illusory energy, and thus they are ignorant of their constitutional position. Everyone believes in the concept of the body, and all are thus submerged in the darkness of illusion. They are actually unable to understand how you live in every living entity as a super soul, nor can they understand your absolute position. But you are the eternal friend and protector of all surrendered souls. Therefore, please be kind towards us and forgive all our offenses.
Yeah. Now, Bhrugumuni is saying that Bhrugumuni is also one of the affected party. He lost his beard. So he is saying that persons having material bodies, starting with Brahma, whose spiritual knowledge is covered by insurmountable Maya and who are afflicted by ignorance, even now do not speak the truth about you, the self-eliminated person. You, the friend of those are humble, should forgive us. So maybe what Lord Shiva spoke in the previous verse, referring to that, Daksha is telling that, my dear Lord, the persons like Brahma and Shiva who are embodied, they do not speak the real truth about you. Instead, they are talking about some material problems here and there only. Still, they are talking in terms of their problems only. They are not talking about your real position. Because all such people are afflicted by Maya. So I am also part of that. Please forgive all of us. We have been speaking so many things here and there, but we are not speaking the real thing. Your pure glories. So please forgive us. Mentioning Brahma, Shiva and others, Bhrigu also hints at Lord Shiva. They are affected by ignorance. Even now, they do not know the truth about you, who are self-revealing. Atmano Tiram. Afflicted by ignorance, they say, I know. The ignorant speak of something else. Be kind to them. Being afflicted by Maya, they say that we know the Lord, we know this, we know that, all these things. But please forgive us for our ignorance. I am also an offender, according to what I said. I am also party to that. Not that I am excused from the list. I am also part of the same list. You are not the friend of Brahma or persons like me, but you are the real friend of those who sincerely offer respects and have nothing other than you. What was that verse from Kunti Maharani prayers? Akinchana Gochara. You are seen by those who are Akinchanas. Janmashwarya Srutashribir Yedamana Madhupuman Naivarhati Abidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gochara. Some people who are proud of their possessions, like Janma, Aishwarya, Shutashri, you are not seen by them, you are not obtained by them. But you are obtained very easily by those who have nothing to say that this is mine in this material world. You are the wealth of those who are impoverished in the material world. Like that is telling. So ultimately, you are not the friend of Brahma, nor Shiva, nor me, or nor anybody. You are the real friend of Akinchanas. Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Gunavrittaya. Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Namedveshosi Ye Bhajanti tu Mam Bhaktya Maite Teshu Chapyam. For people in general, I am equal to all. But for a devotee, I am everything for them. Only such a devotees are able to see you. So in that way. Still, please be kind to us. Please forgive my offense. Like that. This is how Bhrigu is trying to solicit Lord's compassion.
Why they are everybody is asking please forgive the offense? So then we are for
we have committed offense to our Lord Shiva, they should beg forgiveness for Lord Shiva. So is there a way ki suppose somebody is offense to devotee, then asking Lord, please forgive me?
No, that is there. But overall, everyone is under the care of Lord Vishnu only. So, because offending Lord Shiva, allowing offense to Lord Shiva is like neglecting the order of the Supreme Lord. Directly or indirectly, they have neglected the order of the Supreme Lord. So, they are begging forgiveness from the Lord. We could not follow your instruction properly. Please forgive us. So, like that, we can take.
So here, Bhigu Maharaj is also pointing out to Brahma and Shiva also because
No, that is a general statement, universal statement. Not only, even for a person up to Brahma also affected by Maya does not understand your true position. Then what to speak of the ordinary people? He just, in a way, what Lord Shiva spoke in the previous verse, he is immediately countering to that. What Lord Shiva said, what can be done? Ignorant people cannot understand what am I doing. I am following your instruction of Saradharman Pratyaja Mamikam Sharanam Raja. I am been meditating upon you. And Daksha unnecessarily found fault with me and increased enmity towards me, and because of which all that happened. I was not at all disturbed by his criticism or even the death of my wife. But what Daksha received, what this entire Yajna received is all result of their bad karma. So like that. When Lord Shiva said that, Bhrigu saying like this. So what can be done? The people like Brahma, Shiva also speak like this only. If they speak like that, what to speak of the ordinary people? They being the leader, they should take the responsibility. They are not taking the responsibility. So in that.
it's very humbling because they are very
When Haridas Thakur was beaten in the 23 marketplaces, what he was saying?
kind of they
They are ignorant. He is taking responsibility upon himself. What I am receiving is the result of my own bad karma. I am receiving no one is at fault, neither the king nor the soldiers. Please forgive them. So all these people are also, whatever has happened, some people were saying that it is Daksha says it is my mistake also, his mistake also. So Lord Shiva says, what mistake is mine, Lord? I was simply meditating on the Lord. So it is Daksha only did everything. Unnecessarily kind of it thought too much and he caused all this ruckus. So like that. Whatever happened to him is all result of his own bad karma. So like that, they are saying. Now what Brahma's name was taken the previous verse. No, Brahma responds. Hey Bhrigu, you are talking about me? I'll say something. So now Brahma speaks. नैतस्वरूपं भवतोऽसौ पदार्थ
स्वरूपं
भेद भेदग्रही भेदग्रहै पुरुषो यावदीक्षेत् ज्ञानस्य चार्थस्य गुणस्य चाश्रयो माया मया व्यतिरिक्तो मतस्त्वम्
Lord Brahma said, my dear Lord, your personality and eternal form cannot be understood by any person who is trying to know you through the different processes of acquiring knowledge. Your position is always transcendental to the material creation, whereas the empiric attempt to understand is material, as are the subjective and instruments.
So what Brahma is like that? Yavad, as long as a person is under the shelter of the sense devatas. Jnanasya refers to sense devatas, jnanendriyas. The bodily parts, arthasya, the physical body, gross body, and the subtle sense organs, gunasya. One cannot see the form of the Supreme Lord by using material senses. That means, as long as one is bodily conscious, one can never ever see the Supreme Lord. One is only conscious of one's own gross body, subtle body, and antakarana. One can never ever see the Supreme Lord. Because we are only interested in our own body, our own senses, our own mind intelligence. Then how can we see the Lord? Cannot see. you are different from these material factors. Because Lord is Satchit Ananda Swarupa. He is beyond the purview of 24 material elements and 3 modes of material nature. A person who is conscious of the material body which is made of 24 elements, how can such a person will understand that personality is beyond the purview of 24 elements? It is not possible. So like that. When the sages said that, these people even now they don't talk about the Supreme Lord. We cannot talk. As you said, we are all affected by Maya. We are in the bodily consciousness. How can we talk? Because the lie is a bodily conscious person can never ever understand the Supreme Lord who is beyond 3 modes. So how can a bodily conscious person speak about something beyond body? We cannot talk. That's why we are not talking. He told, na, even now they are not speaking about your real truth. Hinting at Lord Shiva. They are talking about their own petty problems only. Yes, we cannot talk because you only said we are affected by Maya. We are affected by the body made up of 24 elements. How can we talk about Supreme Lord? Because Supreme Lord is beyond 3 modes and 24 elements. What was that verse? No, not Traiguna. This Nectar of Devotion. Srila Prabhupada quotes always this verse again and again. Ata Sri Krishna Namadi Nabave Ragyam Indre Sevo Nukoiki Jivado Swayameva Kurti Ada. Ata Sri Krishna Namadi Nabavet Grahyam Indreyai. With the help of our material body and material senses and material intelligence, we can never ever understand the Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela of the Supreme Lord. But how it is possible? When we use this entire material body in the service of the Supreme Lord, the knowledge about the Lord will be revealed automatically in the core of the heart. It cannot be end, it cannot be gained. It will be revealed when we engage in the service of the Supreme Lord with this body. So like that. As long as one does not see your form, one is the shelter of the present deities of the senses, the gross organs, sense objects, and the subtle sense organs. That means until unless one sees you, one is not self-realized. Till then, one is only surrendered and subordinate to one's own material body. Whatever mind and ahankara dictates, they'll be keep doing. So like that. When one sees the Lord directly, one is no longer under the shelter of the sense devatas, gross organs or senses. That means one is no more material conscious. One will have non-material perception since you have a spiritual form different from the material factors such as sense devatas. You cannot be perceived by those material factors. That much we know. So Brahmaji says that, yes, as he said rightly, we don't know all these things about you. We don't know anything about you. If we want to know about you, you have to come and appear in front of us. Only when you appear on your own, we can know something about you. Unless until we can, without that we cannot know. Those with material senses who think they see the Lord, do not see the Lord's real vision, real form. That is a statement directed to Bhrigu and others. Because Bhrigu also spoke previously. Bhrigu was telling us, these people are not even speaking about the Supreme Lord. Yeah, we cannot speak because we cannot understand the Lord. As long as we are in the 3 modes, we go out of what we can speak about the Lord. We cannot speak anything about the Lord. So like that. It's like countering. Bhrigu said, you can't, why are you not speaking about the Lord? They said, yes, we can't speak because we don't know anything about the Lord. What we can speak? So like that.
Knowledge acquiring senses, they are under sense devatas.
Every sense is under sense.
Certain sense organ, noticing they are under three modes.
There are some senses.
There are some
Senses are under superhuman.
that is why they said that they are only doing, we are just.
What is that? Prakriti Kriyamana, Guna Karmani Sarvasha, Sankara Vimodatma Kartana Mitimandati. Everything is done by the senses and the supervision of 3 gunas. Next, the Lord of Heaven, Indra speaks. Indra Uvacha. Idam api achyuta vishvabhavanam.
Idam api achyuta vishvabhavanam.
Vapuranandakaram manodrusham. Suravidvit Udayude Bhujadandair Upapannam Ashtabhihi.
King Indra said, My dear Lord, your transcendental form with 8 hands and weapon in each of them appear for the welfare of the entire universe, and it is very pleasing to the mind and eyes. In such a form, your lordship is always prepared to punish the demons who are envious of your devotees.
Now, Lord appeared in the 8 arms, the previous chapter discussion we saw. So now Indra is acknowledging that. O Lord, your body endowed with 8 arms, carrying 8 different weapons: Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, sword and shield, bow and arrow, carrying different weapons to destroy the demons, is auspicious for the entire universe. This form of yours, which is always eager to protect the devotees, kill the demons, is very much auspicious for the entire universe. Can be perceived even by our material senses and mind, and gives us bliss. Brahma told, the person who is bodily conscious will never ever see you. So, such a person cannot talk to you, cannot talk about you. But on the contrary, Indra says that, my dear Lord, you are so merciful that even with our material body and material senses, we can perceive you. He goes one step ahead. Yes, it is not like that we cannot perceive. Actually, we can perceive the Lord. But maybe some conditions apply. Not that every time we can perceive. In a purified state, we may perceive the Lord. Not ordinarily. So, can be perceived even by our material senses and material mind and gives us bliss. Even such a person can get anandakaram, happiness. By your mercy, your body makes this universe auspicious. My dear Lord, by your mercy, your body makes this universe auspicious. The 8 armed form for destroying the demons is seen by us even with our material senses. He says that, so not that we have been purified completely, even though we are materialistic in our consciousness, Lord appeared in front of them. No? We are able to, that means even with the material senses we can pursue the Lord. By your undesirable, undescribable mercy and gives us bliss. It is all happening because of your mercy, causeless mercy. Otherwise, we cannot see with our material senses. Normally, one cannot see the Lord with the material senses, but now they are able to see. That is because of Lord's compassion upon the devatas. This is proof that there is no other way in which we can be blissful. The statement is directed to Brahma. Because Brahma said that for 1,000 years we need to perform tasya. So it is not like that. If Lord wants, we can get it easily. So like that. Then Brahmana Patnis are saying, the ladies along with the Brahmanas whoever came there in the assembly, they are also saying something. They say, Patni Uchuhu.
Patani Uchu.
Yajñoyam tava yajanaaya kena srishto.
Yagnoyam tava yajnayikena srishto.
Vidvasta Pashupati Nadya Daksha Kodat.
Vidya sarvasvipati madhya daksha kopa.
Tamnasvam Sarva Shayanavasantamedam.
Tamnastam tasmedam.
Yajñatman Malina Rucha Drisha Punihi.
The wife of the performers of sacrifice said, Dear Lord, the sacrifice was arranged under the instructions of Brahma. But unfortunately, Lord Shiva being angry at Daksha, devastated the entire scene, and because of his anger, the animals meant for sacrifice are lying dead. Therefore, the preparations of the yajna have been lost. Now, by the glance of your lotus eyes, the sanctity of this sacrificial arena may be again invoked.
The ladies are saying that the sacrifice created by Brahma for worshipping you has been destroyed by Shiva because of his anger at Daksha. O lotus naveled Supreme Lord, O Lord of the sacrifice, please please purify this entire sacrifice with a glance of your lotus eyes, where animal sacrifice has stopped. This sacrifice, which was an instruction of Lord Brahma, which was organized by Daksha, which was being performed by all the Brahmanas, but eventually, finally, Daksha cursed Lord Shiva. Daksha did not invite Lord Shiva. Daksha's daughter felt disrespect. Daksha's daughter burnt herself. Everything is happening between Daksha, Daksha's daughter, Daksha's son-in-law. Why Lord Shiva had to destroy the entire sacrifice? So, like that, the lady is indirectly saying that, see, Brahma instructed about the sacrifice, Daksha organized it, and Shiva became angry and destroyed. He not only destroyed Daksha, he destroyed the entire sacrifice also. So even though they may try to purify it with Vedic mantras, but you are the ultimate purifier. By your glance, everything can be purified. Please purify the sacrifice so that the sacrifice can be completed and concluded. That is their request. Because the Rutvija ladies are also interested in performing the sacrifice. They're only looking how the sacrifice can be performed and completed in a proper way. That is what their request is. Thus, Savasaya Naba means the lotus navel. Oh Lord, with the lotus navel, purify the sacrifice in which animal sacrifice had stopped with your eyes. Other point. In the original sacrifice, the goat was supposed to be half sacrificed. Instead of that, Daksha's head was offered. What is this? All irregularities are there. So please do it. Without your presence, nothing can be accomplished, even with all the present efforts. This is addressed to everyone. Just because you are not there, all these ruckus happened. Please continue to stay here by your auspicious glance. Under your presence, under your glance, everything can complete properly. So like that, the ladies are requesting the Lord to be there so that under his supervision, the entire sacrifice can be completed without any issues among different people. So like that. The ladies are speaking like that. Then the Rishis, other associates of Brugumuni and all,
So
they are saying
the animal sacrifice has been.
stop. Now there is no animal. Na? First of all, animal is supposed to be sacrificed. In other, Daksha's head was offered in the Agni. To revive Daksha, the animal head has been joined to Daksha. No, there is no animal to sacrifice the sacrifice.
They're saying to purify the place where the animals are sacrificed.
This is a bona fide, na? Don't think like that. Animal sacrifice means that is illegal. This is a bona fide sacrifice where animal can be offered, by which the animal attains higher destination. Okay? That is allowed. Yajna is prescribed in the Vedas. Vedas are telling that the animal then what's the what? Problem here. What is the problem? Why this yajna is being performed?
To certify the supplement.
Why to certify the supplement?
Because of the medicine in the Vedas, you have to perform the because you are when you are
Why Vedas are prescribing this sacrifice?
what is that they are telling us
Why? It is telling, but why?
for the overall well-being or
Why overall well-being?
please
Because they are the leaders, they have
Why
to
to
take care.
please the Lord?
They are the leader, they have to take care of the universe, so they have to.
Simple. Lord Vishnu is the in charge of the maintenance of the universe. This is the way the universe is being maintained. Yajna is the process of maintenance of the universe. That's all. Yajna need to be performed for the purpose of maintaining the entire universe. By yajna, devatas are getting their food. By yajna, human beings are getting their food. So everyone is maintained.
In this particular, the most of the sacrifices stop. So how
They are starving, no, that's why. Because they are starving, that's why all the problems are coming. Feed them now properly. Perform yajna.
It's called in this age Kali Yuga, Sankirtan is preferred, no? Recommended.
Sankirtan.
By that they can get much profit because they are so much devotee and chanting.
How many devotees are chanting?
So many devotees.
How many are not chanting?
There's so many. So many.
More.
No, you tell me the percentage. Out of in total n number, how many percentage chanting?
0.1.
0.1? I don't think so.
No, more than 1%.
No, Baba, it is 0.0001% might be.
8 billion but 0.1 very tough. 0.1.
How many devotees might be there all over the planet, all over the earth? कितना लोग रह सकते हैं?
हरे कृष्ण वाले
But
बाकी
even
लोग
that, even that,
सुन मिल के
most of the devotees they are not taking.
इंडिया में तो 40 करोड़ तो लोग हर नाम दे देते ही है ना 40 करोड़ तो जय राम बोलते ही है
See, taking name is not like that. Like that, one may casually take. That is not the way. You want should do it as a sadhana, proper bona fide sadhana. Then it is. Then it means it is taken. Such kind of people, how many are there that you tell? One who religiously practices every day without fail. Such kind of people, how much are there?
It's gone down.
No. Other people are also chanting. Not like Japa, Bidya and all. Whatever they are chanting, the whatever Veda mantras are like Sri Vaishnav, they chant every day without fail, Vishnu Sahasranam and other things. Okay?
Actually, these Lord Shiva's associate, they have contaminated the yajna place, so they are praying to remove the contamination. Okay.
So indirectly, the ladies are telling that if you are here, nothing will happen. Be here, always glance upon this entire thing so that everything will happen. Because ultimately, you are the in charge for the maintenance of the entire universe. If you go away, these people are all doing all nonsense. So indirectly like that. If Lord is there, everyone is in their
Proper position.
proper position. In their weight. They will not, okay, Lord is there. He is there. We should not make any mistake. We should not mistake. We should not criticize others. We should not shout at others. Like that, all these things will be there. For example, in the temple, there is a organization, there is a things are happening. If Maharaj is around, will anybody speak anything? If Maharaj is not around, they not only speak, they shout also. They going to say, so all these things will happen. So like that. Next. Devotees online. Any questions?
No,
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
no problem. Yes, we are able to follow. Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay, okay.
Most of the Bhagavatam prayers are more like exalted. It seems that here the prayers are like more like on that
So,
level.
the prayers of Bhagavatam are all as an instruction to all of us. Because they have seen the world, they know what this world is all about. So they can present things in a proper way. We cannot present. Even though if we present, our presentation will be in the wrong way. That's why our prayers are not in the Bhagavatam. Okay? They should also be presented properly. So they have seen everything, they know what is what. That's why they are able to present all these things very nicely. We can't see everything clearly. Many things we can't see in front of our eyes. We are so much blinded by me and mine.
Not talking like other prayers are like by the devotees are more exalted. Here the prayer seems to vary on some mundane level, pointing on that.
Not in any level. Some of them are very pointing at important points also, important aspects of life also. Why are you seeing like that? Rishaya Uchuhu. Ananvitam te bhagavan vicheshtitam yadatmana charasi hi karma najyase vibhutaye yata upasedurishwarim namanyate swayam anuvartatim bhavan.
The sage prayed, Dear Lord, your activities are most wonderful, and although you do everything by your different potency, you are not at all attached to such activity. You are not even attached to the goddess of fortune, who is worshipped by the great demigods like Brahma, who pray to achieve her mercy.
So, in the previous verse, the 33 verse, wherein the ladies were telling that, my dear Lord, please be present, let the sacrifice be completed. Just like the Ritvijas are only interested in the sacrifice, the ladies are also kind of interested in the completion of the sacrifice. So, taking that a point, the Rishis are saying, see, these Ritvijas and their wives are only interested in executing the performance of sacrifice. That is called Dharma. Why they want Dharma to be accomplished? So that they'll get Artha. Why Artha? The Kama can be fulfilled. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Dharma, Artha, Kama is like a cycle. They are only interested in the cycle of Dharma, Artha, Kama. They don't see anything beyond the circle. So Rishis immediately catch the point and then put forward. Oh Lord, your activities are astounding. Since you perform actions by yourself and do not become contaminated by them, whereas others worship Lakshmi for wealth, you do not accept her for wealth. People do all these yajna, yaga, varta, dana, etc., so that they want to have the favor of Mother Lakshmi, not the favor of Lord Narayana. That Lakshmi you don't look at. Lakshmi means wealth. You don't look at Mother Lakshmi as the wealth. That aspect of Lakshmi you are not interested in at all because you are Vairagya. You are filled with Vairagya. But people are after only of that aspect of Lakshmi. Lord Vishnu looks at another aspect of Lakshmi, that is Padsevanam. But that aspect of Lakshmi is not prayed by the materialist people. People approach Mother Lakshmi for the Lakshmi, not for devotional service. That Lakshmi who is awarding wealth is not looked at by Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu only interested in Mother Lakshmi's Padasevanam, a loving devotional service. So, like that. That's why your activities are astounding and you are self-satisfied. You do not need anything from all these people. Anandvitam means impossible for others. Your activities are astounding because you perform them by yourself alone and you are not attached to them. You are neither attached to the people, nor attached to the activities, nor attached to the results of the activities. Namang karmani rimpanti name karma phale spruha. Itimam yovijanati karmabir nasabadhyate. Lord performs all the activities even without the assistance of anybody else, but is not attached to the results of the activities. One who understands this is not bound in this material world. That means one who understands this wants to follow in the footsteps of the Supreme Lord. As a result of that, one is not bound in this material world. So in that way, all other people, other performance of action are attached to the results. This comment is directed to Brahma and others. The previous people who spoke, they perform all the, because Brahma is the one who instructed about performance of yajna. Why? For the prosperity of the people of everyone. This yajna is being performed as an act of maintenance for the prosperity of one and all. The prosperity means artha. Why prosperity? So that karma can be fulfilled. So they say that. So what can be done? My dear Lord, only you perform all the activities without any anticipation of the results. Anticipation of enjoying the results, not the results, enjoying the results. But all others, all the way up to Brahma, they perform all the activities with the anticipation experiencing the results. Whereas others worship Lakshmi for wealth. You do not accept her. You do not accept Lakshmi, whom others worship for wealth. The wealth aspect of Lakshmi, you are not interested, but people in general are interested. The aspect of Lakshmi, that devotional service which you are interested, people have no interest in that. So what can be done? So like that. So basically, whoever speaking now, they are pointing at the previous all people, and whatever mistake they are doing, that is kind of pointed out here. So in that. But they are also stating some right thing also. While pointing out their mistake, the right thing is also stated. What we are supposed to do, what we are not supposed to do. Both are indicated. Now, you are talking about pure devotees. Now pure devotees comes. Siddha, Uchu, the pure devotees are speaking. Some Siddha, these are pure devotee Siddhas. From Siddha category only, but pure devotees. Ayam Tvatkatamrusha Piyusha Nadyam
Ayam Tatkatham
Mano Varana Klesha Davagni Dagdaha Trusharto Vaghado na Sasmaradavam Nanishkramati Brahma Sampannavanna.
Nanishkramati Brahma Sampanna. This is the spring. Like an elephant that has suffered in the forest fire and can forget all its trouble by entering in a river. Our minds, O Lord, always merge in the nectarine river of your transcendental pastimes, and they desire never to leave such transcendental bliss, which is as good as a pleasure of merging in the absolute.
The Prema Bhaktas has said, our minds like an elephant, burned from a forest fire and afflicted by thirst, become absorbed in the sweet, pure river of your pastimes. And they do not remember the fire of samsara and do not come out of that river of Krishna Katha as if having merged in Brahman. Brahma Sampannavat. It's like that. The pure devotees who understanding the miseries of this material existence, they simply want to relish the bhakti rasa by hearing and discussing your Krishna Katha. And they never want to come out of this. They know as soon as they come out, the forest fire will burn them to ashes. Yes, sir. Are you ready for this? Siddha here means the perfected, those perfected in bhakti with prema. These are prema bhaktas. The mind immersed in the river of pure nectar of your pastimes does not remember the fire of samsara. That means the mind never looks at the material existence. The mind does not come out of the river if having attained oneness with Brahman. Let us submerge ourselves in the nectar of the Lord's pastimes. They are doing that. Let all of us submerge ourselves inside the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. Without considering what duties we should do, nor not do. Sarvadharman Pratijja Mamekashan. Don't worry about other dharmas, what you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do. Just relish Krishna Katha. Just practice Ananya Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, nothing else. With contamination or without contamination, whether we may be pure or non impure, just engage in Ananya Bhakti. This statement is directed to the sages. At least the sages are supposed to do pure bhakti. They are also interested in the material world only. What is this? So like that, some Siddha Bhaktas are telling. What all of us should be doing? Relishing the nectar of Krishna Katha, drowning in the ocean of Krishna Katha. If you come out, there is forest fire. Whether you want to be in the water or you want to be in the forest fire. Decide yourself. You have two options. Option A, option B.
They are telling that without contamination and with contamination. So this is the for pure devotee, not ananda devotee.
No, no. Let us submerge ourselves in the nectar of Lord's pastimes without considering what duties we should do and what duties we are not supposed to do, with contamination or without contamination. Even though we are not completely pure, still let us enter into Krishna Katha. Just let us only do only bhakti, nothing more than that. Forget all the other things. Like that, they are saying. So the Prema Bhaktas might be without contamination, but they will not say na without contamination. Even though they may be pure, they will say that even with impurities, let us practice. Like that. Even with impurities, one should do all these things. Like that they are saying. At least the sages, if Daksha and other Rutvijas and all, they are attached to mental things, that is fine. But why sages are attached to mental things? They should be doing Prema Bhakti. Why are they not doing? Like that. Now, Yajamani Uvacha Swagatam te pratidesha tubhyam namaha
Swagatam te tubhyam namaha.
Srinivasa Shriyakantaya Trahina
Srinivasa Shriyakantaya Trahina.
Tvamrute disha ma Tvamrute disha Nagner Makashobhate Shirshahina Kabando Yata Purushaha.
The wife of Daksha prayed as follows: My dear Lord, it is very fortunate that you have appeared in this arena of sacrifice. I offer my respectful obeisance unto you, and I request that you be pleased on this occasion. The sacrificial arena is not beautiful without you, just as a body is not beautiful without the head.
Now, Prasuti, Daksha's wife, is saying, she has to take the opportunity. She says, O Lord, O Isha, O Supreme Controller, O Adisha, welcome to you, Swagatam te. Be pleased with us, Prasida. I offer respects to you, O Lord of Lakshmi, Srinivasa. Previous verse talks about Lakshmi. People like Brahmandal, other people are worshipping for Lakshmi only because they want Artha and Kama. So now she says that, O Lord of Lakshmi, only with your beloved consort, please deliver us. So whenever you come along with your beloved consort, deliver us. So she says that though people are taking shelter of Lakshmi alone, but we don't want to do like that. We want to take shelter of both of you, both Lakshmi and Narayana. So both together deliver us. Without your presence, the sacrifice is not auspicious. Without the presence of Lakshmi and without the presence of Narayana, the overall sacrifice is not auspicious. Let both of you be present here. Though endowed with all elements, even though everything may be there externally, but without both of you, the sacrifice is not complete and not auspicious. It is like the headless body. Everything may be there, but both of you are like the head of a person. Without head, the body may be so beautiful. What do they use? Like that. Prasuti speaks this verse. You have been very merciful to me, the daughter of Swayambhu Manu, as you are to Devahuti. Prasuti says that Lord was very much favorable to Devahuti. How? It was Lord only who arranged the marriage of Devahuti to Kardama. And the same Lord appeared as the son of Devahuti. So two-way, the marriage also arranged by the Lord. Lord became her son. By becoming the son of my sister, you are also compassionate to me. Obviously, na? Mother's sister also will get some mercy of the relative. So in that way. Since you have brought your wife Lakshmi to my house, please deliver us who have been destroyed by the offense to Lord Shiva. Today, out of your causeless mercy, both you and your wife have come to our home. So thank you very much for coming. And please Forgive us for the offense that we have committed to Lord Shiva. On behalf of her husband, somebody might have might think that okay, Lord Shiva, Daksha did not beg forgiveness for his offense towards Lord Shiva. He said, I committed offense, but I had 50% of mistake and Shiva himself has 50% of mistake. Like that he said. But Prasuti said that, please both of you forgive our grave mistake of committing offense to Lord Shiva. Without you, the sacrifice is not complete. The statement is directed to all the Devatas and Brahma. Oh, assembled people, please listen. Don't think that we can do sacrifice on our own. Previously, we were celebrating the sacrifice without Shiva and without Brahma. So much happened. A sacrifice can take place and can complete happily only if Lakshmi Narayana are present. If Lakshmi Narayana are present, obviously Shiva will be present, or Brahma will be present, everyone will be present. So only in your presence the sacrifice can be auspicious and can be completed properly. So please be here and bless us so that we can complete the sacrifice. Like that. So this is the sensible prayer of Vasuti. Then the Lokapalas are saying, Lokapala Ochuho Drishta. दृष्ट किं नो दृगुबीर असद ग्रहस्त्वं
दृष्टा किं नो दृग्भि असद्ग्रहस्त्वं
प्रत्यक् दृष्टा दृश्यते येन विश्वं
प्रत्यदृष्टा दृश्यते न विश्वं
माया एष भवदीय हि भूमन्
माया एष भवदीय हि भूमन्
यस्त्वं षष्ठः पञ्चभिर्बहिस्त्वां
यद्त्वं षष्ठपञ्चविभासि भूतैः. The governors of various planets spoke as follows. Dear Lord, we believe only in our direct perception, and therefore we see you as a creation of the material world. But under these circumstances, we do not know whether we have actually seen you with our material senses. By our material senses, we can simply perceive the cosmic manifestation. But you are beyond the five elements, you are the sixth.
The planetary protectors, Lokapalas, are saying, oh Lord, you, the internal seer, by whom the universe is seen and who can be directly seen, are not visible to us by material senses. The Lokapalas are saying that, oh Lord, you, the internal seer, who is inside the heart as Paramatma, by whom the universe is seen, Mayadekshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam, and who can be directly seen and not visible to us by material senses. The Lord, right now, all of us are able to see, but normally we can't see you. With our material senses, normally we can't see. But today, somehow, we are able to see you. That you appear to be made of the five elements is only your Maya. When we are seeing you, we may think that your body is also like our body made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. This kind of understanding is only because of Maya. We cannot see you by senses which perceive material sense objects. With our material senses which only perceive material sense objects, we cannot see you because you are made up of Satchit Ananda. Lord Swami Satchit Ananda. These eyes are made to see only matter. How can these eyes see the Lord? But you can be seen by your mercy. But by your mercy, you become visible to our material eyes also. You are the sixth beyond the five elements seem to have material body by means of the five elements. So Lord is actually situated on three modes. But when we see him, we think that he is also one among us. That is a mistake that we commit. That is your Maya. All this is due to your Maya. Your Maya illusions us to think you as one among us. Those who think that Your form is material, such as Jarasandha, do not see you, since they do not realize your sweetness. People like Jarasandha, Kamsa and all, not Kamsa, Jarasandha and Duryodhana and all, they saw Lord Krishna to be a tricky person, a Mayavi or something like that. They never saw the Lord as the Supreme Lord. This is directed to you, directed to the dry jnanis, dry sages, and dry devatas. They also have such kind of understanding. So unto them, that is, even though you are situated beyond 3 months, beyond the material body and beyond the material existence made up of Panchamahabhutas, but people out of ignorance, when you come, they will consider you to be something. They can explore you or something like that. So these are spoken by the Lokapalas. Next, the Yogeshwaras, the perfected yogis are going to say. What perfected yogis are going to say? Yogeshwara Hochuhu.
Yogeshwara Uchuhu.
Preyannatenyosti. Preyannatenyosti. Preyannatenyosti amutastvai prabho.
Preyante anyosti amutastvarapo.
Vishvatmanikshena na prutagya atmana.
Vishwamishena pritagya atmana.
Atapi bhaktyesha tayopadhavatam.
Atapi bhagye satayo padhavatam.
Ananya vrityanugrahana vastala.
Ananya vrityanugrahana vatsala.
Translation.
The great mystics said, Dear Lord, person who see you as a non-different from themselves, knowing that you are the super soul of all living deities, are certainly very, very dear to
O Lord, there is no one dearer to you than those who see the jivas as non-different from you, the soul of the universe. However, O Lord, most affectionate to the devotees, please bestow pure bhakti on those serving you. The Yogeshwaras, as the worshippers of Paramatma, they say that Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Namo Dveshosti Na Priyaha. My dear Lord, there is no one dear to you, no one you hate. You like no one, you hate no one, you treat everyone equally by being non-different to everyone. But however, you are most affectionate to your devotees. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapeham. Just the way you are most affectionate to your devotees, please accept us as your devotees and show your affectionate glance upon us. Otherwise, without your affectionate glance, we keep fighting like this only. Not my galti, not my galti, not my mistake, not my mistake. His mistake, his mistake. Like that only we keep fighting. We all need your merciful glance. Please glance upon all of us so that we can be purified. Don't be indifferent to all of us. Please accept us as your devotees and glance upon us. That is the only hope. We don't have any other hope like that. There is no one dearer than those who do not see the jivas as different from you, since there are your Shakti, who know the jivas to be non-different from you. So they say that. So then, to whom the Lord show mercy? Those who show mercy upon everyone by seeing everyone the Supreme Lord. Everyone is non-different Supreme Lord. We want to serve the Lord with the best of things. Do we want to serve the people around us with the best of things?
No.
One who sees the Lord in everyone and takes care of them, the Lord will be pleased with that person. So, it's like that. So apparently it may appear as if you are actually telling that so Mana Seva, Madhav Seva. Serve people, not Lord, not like that. Even the same concept is being taught by Lord Kapila in the third canto. The Nalarcha Vidambanam. One who worship the deity very opulently, but does not even respect the people around them. Such a kind of a person worships deity worship Vidambanam only as a mockery. Such kind of deity worship is not useful. They are only able to see me in the deity, not able to see in the heart of every living entity. If I am there in the heart of every living entity, they should show respect to me everywhere. Why only in the temple, in the deity only? So like that. There is no one dearer than those who do not see the jivas as different from you. Those who see all the jivas as the Supreme Lord, they are most dear to the Supreme Lord. Stavara Jangama Deki Na Deki Taramurti Sarvatra Prasara Hoibai Ishta Deva Spurti. So what is the meaning of this?
Everywhere we see their Ishta.
Where they will see Ishta Deva?
Everywhere.
Everywhere means what? Stavara Jangama. Whenever they see the non-moving living entities and moving living entities, they don't see them as they are. They only see the Lord is moving, Lord is here. It's like that.
So here non-different, how to understand the non-different between Jiva and God?
See the Lord in every, that is the difference. And see the Lord in every living and non-living.
This is my simple understanding. You have people around you who are friends. You have devotee friends. How do you treat devotee friends and normal friends? Or normal people whom you don't have friendship also. They are like people on the roadside. How do you treat with them? How do you treat with the devotees?
Differently.
With devotee some affection and respect.
Very different.
First of all, respect is there. Okay? Some respect and some kind of mood of surrender, some desire to serve some way. Yes or no? It is there with them. Why? Why it is there with the devotees? What makes them devotees?
They are following the process.
Not what makes them. What makes because of what you are willing to serve them.
Because they are the Vaishnava Lord will be placed, Guru Maharaj will be placed with the serve the devotees.
So what is making them Vaishnavas? What is making them that they are called as Vaishnavas?
So they are practicing the practice.
Why they are practicing bhakti? One simple point. That's where I'm ending. Why they are practicing bhakti?
Because
Because they recognize the Lord. They recognize the importance of Lord, importance of serving the Lord, importance of bhakti. They are practicing bhakti. That makes you become humble and willing to serve them in any way. Okay? So that means you are able to see that Lord is being served by them. Okay? That's why you want to serve them. Same thing you see in everyone. Apparently, they may not be doing that in front of your eyes, maybe today, but they will do someday in the future also. So treat everyone as a prospective devotee and serve them. That's all. That. Like Uttama Bhakta, Uttamadhikari, what does he do? He will see everyone as a great devotee, other than himself. So that kind of vision one should develop. That is understanding. Such a person gives complete pleasure to Supreme Lord. Nardamuni tells to Prachetas at the end of this fourth canto. Daya sarva bhuteshu santushtayena kena va sarvendriyo pashantya cha tushyati ashu janardana. A brahmachari supposed to control all one's senses. A grihastha supposed to be happy with whatever one has. A vanaprastha and sannyasi supposed to show compassion to each and every living entity. Such a person will easily please the Supreme Lord. Tushyati Ashu Janardana. Not only Lord Shiva is Ashutosh, Lord Vishnu also becomes Ashutosh when we do all these things. As a brahmachari, one should be able to control the senses. As a grasa, one should be satisfied with what one has. As a vanaprastha and sannyasi, one should be showing compassion to each and every living entity. Huh? This is a verse from 11th chapter of 4th canto. Last chapter. Nardamuni speaks to Prachetas.
Fourth canto.
4th canto, 31st chapter.
Last.
Then they are saying that, my dear Lord, you have said, Tesham jnane nityayukta yesha bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnane notyartam maham sachamyam mama priya. Who is dear to Supreme Lord? Of these four, Artho Jignasur Artharthi Jnanisha Bhartarshaba. Of these four, the Jnani who is constantly engaged in thinking of me, who is practicing bhakti alone is the best. I am cherished by that bhakti and he is cherished by me. So like that. That means one who serves selflessly is very much dear to Supreme Lord. However, please favor us with pure bhakti, ananya vritti, of person serving with the notion of I am your servant and you are my master. We are the most fallen. How could we attain the states of non-difference? We are most fallen. We always see this person like this, like this. Instead of that, when will be the day that we are able to see your presence in each and every living entity? We respect everyone as we are respecting the Supreme Lord. Then we will receive your mercy very quickly. By praising it, they condemned impersonal realization. The servant of the Lord are most dear to Supreme Lord. This is direct to the Jnanis. The Jnanis are worshipping for impersonal Brahmajyoti. And here they are telling that no, this impersonal is not much use. Because we want to see the presence of the Lord in each and every person. Then what speak of impersonalism? You are only pleased by such vision, then why to think about the impersonalism? There Lord said something in the 11th canto. He said, Na tatame priyatama atmayo nirna shankara nacha shankarashano nasrir naivatma chayata bhavan. Today morning Bhagavatam class, in the beginning, Nandula Prabhu was talking about this verse only. My dear Uddhava, neither Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, nor Lakshmi are dear to me as you are dear to me. So like that. That means a pure devotee is more dear to me than my own self and my wife and my son Brahma and my grandson Shiva. They are all my family. Wife, son, grandson, and himself. I am not dear to myself. My wife is not dear, my son is not dear, my grandson is not dear, but my devotee is dear to me. So like that. Then Bhagavatam says, Naham Atmanam Ashashe Madbhakti Sadhu Birvina Sriyam Chatyatikam Brahma Esham Ghatiraham Pura. O best of the Brahmanas, without saintly persons from whom I am the only distinction, I am only the destination. I do not desire to enjoy my transcendental bliss and my supreme opulences. He says that devotees have given up everything for my sake. I also given up everything for my devotees' sake. Without my devotees, I do not relish even a moment also. Who is speaking to whom? Lord Vishnu speaking to Dhruva Muni, who was seeking protection from Sudarshana Chakra because he committed offense against Ambarish Maharaj. This is understood by the word Vastala. You are most affectionate to your devotees, just like you are affectionate to your dear devotee, Ambarish Maharaj. This is heard everywhere in scriptures. It is never said that you are affectionate to the Jnanis alone. The Supreme Lord is affectionate to everyone, especially for those who are able to see the Supreme Lord in each and every object and living entity. Yo pashyati mam sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. Next. So I think they only continue further. Jagadudbhavasthitilayeshu daivato bahu bahu vidyamana gunayatma mayaya रचितात्म भेदमतये स्वसंस्थया विनिवर्तिता ब्रह्म गुणात्मने नमः.
We offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme, who has created varieties of manifestations and put them under the spell of the three qualities of the material world in order to create, maintain, and annihilate them. He himself is not under the control of the external energy. In his personal feature, he is completely devoid of the variegated manifestation of material qualities, and he is under no illusion of false identification.
Yeah. I offer respects to the Lord. Who is speaking now? The Yogeshwaras, the master of the yogas are saying that we offer respect to the Supreme Lord who creates different mentalities in the individuals by his own Maya, composed of three gunas, divided in various ways by the Jiva's karma for creation, maintenance, and destruction of the universe, and whose intelligence is completely devoid of delusion caused by the gunas because of being situated in his Sarupa. It is the Supreme Lord with the help of three gunas creates, maintains, and destroys, and creates all the different variety of conceptions, understandings, and activities. But he himself is indifferent to all these divisions, all these distinctions. That is his nature. That is the Supreme Lord. Some say that Parabrahman takes some form by being fixed with Maya, by being mixed with Maya, where there is the state of servant and Lord. And consequently, the affection of the Lord for his devotees. Some say that it is Parabrahman transformed itself into the universe and people and all by mixing with Maya. Then what is the need of having mass affection and other things and all? Other things, they don't have any space for other things. Actually, they are mistaken. Such kind of understanding is not proper. Then what is the proper understanding? We offer respects to He who creates different mentalities for creation, maintenance, and destruction in Brahma and other living entities by his material energy composed of three gunas divided by variously because of the jiva's karmas. I offer respects to he whose intelligence is not deluded by the gunas because of being situated in his Swarupa. Atma can mean effort, determination, and happiness. So logically it says that, my dear Lord, it is not that the Brahman has transformed into the universe, so no need to have any affection for Brahman. Not like that. Brahman is not innate. In fact, he is actually the Bhagavan. It is he with the help of three modes of material nature created this universe, maintains and annihilates. It is he who inspires different people have different thought processes, different likes and dislikes, different interests and different set of activities, different set of results. In spite of all this, in spite of doing all these things, he himself remains aloof from all these things. That is the greatness of the Supreme Lord. This no one understands. Whoever understands this, such a person will never be non-compassionate to other living entities. So like that, they are saying. So basically, the Lord will be pleased by one who is compassionate to everyone. When somebody may say, how can I be compassionate to a criminal? So indirectly it is said that the criminal is doing criminal act being bewildered by the three modes of material nature. By you being compassionate upon him, he may transform, he may become a devotee. So something like that. One is because one does not surrender to Supreme Lord, one is bewildered by Maya. If one is surrendered to Supreme Lord, one becomes freed from the influence of Maya. That is only possible when there is a mercy of a pure devotee. If a pure devotee does not compassionate upon each and everyone, how these conditioned souls becomes devotees? And the Supreme Lord becomes very much pleased with such a compassionate soul because he is giving bhakti to one and all. So like that. That is the whole point. Now again, not again. Now, Brahmo Vacha. This is not Lord Brahma. The Vedas are saying. The Vedas personified is speaking. This is the last verse for today. We'll start with this. Namaste Shrita Sattvaya
Namaste Shrita Sattvaya
Dharmadinam cha sutaye
Dharmadinam cha Sutaye
Nirgunaya cha yatkashtam
Nirgunaya Yadkashtam
Naham Veda Parepi cha.
Aham Vedapayampi.
I will read. The Vedas teaching karma, they said. The Vedas, which basically teach karma yoga, they are talking. I offer respects to you, the shelter of Sattva-guna. O Lord, O Sattva-guni, I offer respects to you. The source of dharma, the source of jnana, the source of vairagya, and the source of Aishwarya, who are beyond the material gunas, and whom neither I nor other Vedas know. The Vedas are saying that, my dear Lord, we do not know you. Because which Vedas are talking this? The Vedas which are teaching karma alone. Not those sections of the Vedas which are teaching jnana and bhakti. The Vedas which are teaching jnana, they know the Lord as Parabrahma and Paramatma. The Vedas which are teaching bhakti, they know the Lord as Bhagavan. The Vedas which teach karma alone, they know the Lord as Dharma. Dharma personified. So then they say that we offer respects to you, the source, the shelter of Sattva-guna, the shelter of the source of Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya and Aishwarya, who are beyond the material gunas and whom neither I nor the other Vedas know. Because we don't know, others also may not know you properly. Like that they say. Brahma here means the Vedas which explain karma suitable to that situation. According to Amarakosha, the word Brahma means Vedas, truth and austerity. What they are saying? Sattva-guna takes shelter of the Lord. He is the source of Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya and Aishwarya, which takes shelter of the Supreme Lord. What was the verse from the first chapter? The last verse of the first chapter? Anyone remembers? Dharmakam Sharanam Gata. Where the Lord has taken shelter. Last words of the first chapter of the first canto of Bhagavatam. 33rd chapter. The last verse is Bhuri Yogeshware Krishna Brahmani Dharma Vartmani Swam Kashtam Madunopete Dharmakam Sharanam Gata. Dharma Vartmani, the protector of Dharma. He is the Dharma personified. Since the Dharma personified has taken along with him all the other opulences, where can the people of Kali Yuga find Dharma? Then the answer given by Sutta Goswami is Dharma Swada Mopakate. Sorry. Krishna
Swadharma.
Swada Mopakate.
सर्व फलो नष्टम दुष्टमेव पुराणार्थो
Adinodita. So like that. Dharma Jnanadibi Saha. When the Supreme Lord went back along with Dharma, Jnana, etc., the remaining things are Dharma, Jnana, Yoga, and Aishwarya. These are the various appearances. Lord is said to be Shadashwarya Purna. There are 6 Aishwaryas are there. So when Lord goes, all the 6 Aishwaryas also go along with him. There only Dharma, Jnana, Divi, Saha is mentioned. Here 4 are mentioned. Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya and Aishwarya. And 2 more are there. Lord is embodiment of all these 6 opulences. When Lord goes, all these 6 will go away because they are all manifested from him. So in that way. Sattva-guna takes shelter of the Lord. He is the source of Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya and Aishwarya, which also takes shelter of the Supreme Lord. I and other Vedas teaching Jnana do not know the truth. What to speak then, other present here. This is directed to the followers of Karma and Jnana. those sections of the Vedas which are teaching karma and jnana, they are saying that the people who are following karma and jnana, they don't understand the real import of the Vedas. How can the others know? Because most of the people who are in the assembly are followers of karma and jnana only. What was the verse 15:15? Bhagavad Gita chapter 15. Vedash sarve, that ahameva vedya thing is not known to these people. The karma followers and jnana followers. They end up saying that yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadante avipachita vedavad artha partha na anyat asti iti vadinaha. The vedavad artha karma, they say that Vedas are talking about this only at the highest sense. There is nothing beyond this. Kamatmana swargapara. Janma karma falapradam. Kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati. Kamatmana swargapara, with a desire to go to swarga. Janma karma falapradam, with a desire to get high janma and high karmas. They perform kriya vishesha bahulam. Many kriyas that are mentioned in the Veda, they perform. For what? Bhoga and Aishwarya, to get more Bhoga and more Aishwarya. Because they say that this is the essence of the Vedas. They can't understand Vedas are where? Ahame Vedyo. The Vedas which prescribe karma, which prescribe jnana, they end up Sarga or Apavarga. They can't understand about Bhagavan. That is the problem. How can the other people who don't even follow the Vedas for karma and jnana, what they will understand? Like that the Vedas are saying. Amar Koshna is a Nigantu, dictionary. Kosha means Koshagar, storehouse, Sanskrit dictionary. Amara means unending dictionary, a dictionary which has no end. I don't know. One word, its meanings. The word and meanings are given in terms of the verses.
Amar Kosha, other names also there. Yes.
I don't know. Hare Krishna, devotees online, any questions? You have been simply listening only all the while, no discussion.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Animal were offered in the sacrifice order to give them renewed life. So what do you mean by renewed life? It is give the next life or the renewal of the same life?
No, not same life. They will be getting a higher birth in the association of devotees.
Achha. In the next life, na?
Yeah, in the next life. That life anyway is over, na? As soon as they are sacrificed, they are over. So hopefully we can say that they get birth as a human being in the company of, in the association of devotees, so that from the very childhood, they can practice bhakti and they can go back home, something like that. If the sacrifice is a devotional sacrifice, if a sacrifice is a karmakanda sacrifice, they may get birth in aristocratic family or in a heaven. So they get a higher destination where they will have a lot of opulences.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So in that way we can take.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji, for clarification. Okay.
Yes. Any other devotees have anything to say? Hare Krishna. Okay, no problem. If nothing is there, we'll stop
No
here.
problem.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining.